Hello and welcome to the Sub1 YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and in this video we're going to do an unboxing of a 10-inch or 10.1 inch digital microscope. This is a model DM12 from Mustool. I've had something similar to this before in the 7-inch, and I've also had one in, I think it was a 4.5 inch. The 4.5 inch one I'd had previously did have USB support, but I did find it was a relatively low resolution, and it has had recently trouble staying online. The 7.5 inch one did not have any support for video recording beyond its internal SD card, which made it hard to do the overlays and the like when I'm doing recordings. And this one is supposed to have HDMI output, so let's open it up and have a look and see what we've got. Oops, I've bumped the camera. So, bit of packing, a manual, comes with a HDMI cable, comes with a remote control, okay, so it comes with software for working with a PC. That'll be interesting to look at. So it has three modes for the USB, mass storage, PC camera, and charging mode. And of course the HDMI goes straight to a TV and would be live all the time. Alright, so let's have a look. Starting in the top here, we've got the remote control. If I can get into the packaging. Takes a CR2025 battery, shipped with a little plastic tag in to keep the battery disconnected. Pull that and your battery comes online. Okay, so here we have the business end and the screen. It's got a screen protector on it. Which is nice. So your focus is done down here. Will tilt. We've got buttons over here, so they're labelled. I don't know what they are. That must be for the infrared remote. So this side has nothing on it. Nothing on the top. This side, on the other hand, has some interesting stuff. This will be the light intensity for the light in the lens area. Provision for a micro SD card, USB, a reset because they can lock up, and the looks like a mini HDMI of some sort to go out to the TV. Okay, I'll just put that to one side. Okay, so this must clip on to the camera somehow. I'll have to refer to the manual on that one. Okay. The extension for lifting up and down, so our camera will sit through here, locking that on the back, and you can adjust by hand. And these two screws you screw interlocking onto the camera. And it obviously screws in at the bottom. We have cables. So this is our HDMI cable. It's that strange mini HDMI looking cable at that end. And that's a full-size HDMI cable on the other end. This is a USB-C to USB-A. This would be a charge cable. And it's actually supplied two of them. I wonder why they put two in. Unless this is a calibration ruler. So you can actually look at it with the microscope and see your different size lines. And it's got the sizing of them. So that's interesting. And we have the base. And this is why we have two USB charging cables, because this has a charging cable on the bottom and then a backlight intensity. Hang on a minute, that's got batteries in it because that's lit up already. So that's to charge the base up. So this will screw into here. If I get it square. I'm out of focus on the camera now. That's better. Right, so this whole assembly will tilt back and forward, locked by these two, or this nut on this side down here, and two flexible gooseneck type for your additional lighting. Right, let's get the box out of the way. And we'll mount the camera in, or the microscope in. Okay, so that mounts in quite easily. I'll drop this down a bit. And see if it turns on. There we go. Got to hold it long enough. So the clock on it's obviously wrong. It does 1080p full HD. Let's put our test piece in underneath. Turn our backlight down a bit. And adjust our focus. Alright, so we can see our calibration lines. That would probably be better with something behind it. Okay, so in the manual, it does tell us a little bit more about this piece. So in the manual, we have to take off the plastic piece by the looks of it. It pulls down. There it goes. And then this one pushes up. And you give it a twist to lock it into place. So that's pretty cool. It's got scratches on it, on that calibration card, but it looks pretty good. You can see the ruler. That would be much better with a white background. Just don't have anything at hand. Oh, yes, I do. The background's got a bit of a pattern to it, but much easier to read this now. So we can see the calibration grid. A grid shape, division 0.1 millimeter by 0.1 millimeter. So we can actually see that quite clearly. And a line thickness of 0.03 millimeters. 0.5, 0.7, 0.1 and 0.2 millimeters. Then over here we have another coordinate shape, so we can actually check and make sure everything is round. So this is not bad looking. So let's see what it's like through the HDMI. Plug into the TV, or TV port I should say, and I'll plug into my HDMI capture. It immediately turns off the display when you do that, which is interesting. And I'll just swap and change over to the HD. Okay, so this is the video image as it's being captured. Could probably use a bit more light on that, looking at that graininess in there. Still a little bit of graininess. I'm going to use a pointer here. So that's a screwdriver that I'm using as a pointer. But this graininess, it is a very high resolution camera. Might try zooming out by raising the microscope. And then refocus. Still very grainy down the bottom here. But yeah, it looks quite reasonable. You can see 0.3 millimeter line quite clear, or 0.03 millimeter line quite clearly. And this is a 0.1 by 0.1 millimeter grid. And we can get closer and zoom in on that. So yeah, that looks quite good. I will try a USB capture on it later on. I do have a printed circuit board that I need to test with and see what it looks like. I do have an older board I can throw under. So this is an older board I've been working, or a circuit board I've been working on. I have got a newer one that I've got to start playing with. And it does show those quite clearly. The resistors on this board are an 0805 sized resistor for those pads. And it shows some of the very small components. So this will work well when I go to build those boards up. If you like these videos, don't forget to click on like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It's a form of support to help the channel a great deal and costs you absolutely nothing. If you'd like to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon account. You can join my VIP patron Go Lucky, my All Access patron Jeff Jerd, my Builder patrons Al Morales 45, Andrew Cardone, Airgar69, and Stefan Paps in supporting the channel. I've also got a YouTube membership that you can join if you choose to do so as well. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or drop into my Discord. There'll be a link in the description, and ask your question there. And if I can't answer it, someone else might be able to in there as well. And we'll see you on the next video.